YouTube, how we doing today? This is Lose Money Professionally. I'm Josh. Welcome to the channel. Today's pretty informal, and I just want to tell y'all a story that I personally draw knowledge and inspiration from, and it also ties in to the basis of this video, which is about being consistent in order to reap the profits down the line. So the story that I'm going to tell y'all comes from the book of Joshua in the Bible, and I know everyone here is not a Christian, but I also know that everybody can pull knowledge and inspiration from this story, as I have countless times. So Joshua was a great military leader in the Bible, and in this story, he is tasked with taking down the city of Jericho. So the city of Jericho is a huge city, and it's surrounded by a great wall that has never been taken down before, and nobody has ever been able to sack the city. The walls were basically impenetrable, but Joshua got a word from God. He was a prophet, and he got a word from God telling him to take his army and to circle the walls of the city 7 times every day for 7 days. And he said the Lord told Josh to not say a word, and nobody with him in the army to say a word or to attack anybody. I don't know about y'all, but that strategy just sounds kind of crazy to me. And it probably sounds crazy to every human. Doing something consistently and not seeing the benefit, not making a sound, not attacking any enemies whenever you're right there outside of the gates. I mean, what type of sense does that make, honestly? Doing something consistently without seeing a benefit and without knowing what's going to happen at the end of it, but just following orders and being consistent in the strategy, that seems pretty tough to me, honestly, regardless of the situation. But they respected the orders. Joshua followed the word from God, and they did so. And on the 7th day, the Lord told them to walk around 7 times, and on the last time that they do it, that they all yell. And they did it. They followed the strategy, and the 7th time walking around, they all shouted, and the walls came crashing down, and they took the city. So what I take from that is about just being consistent and showing up to the market every single day, employing my strategy the way that it needs to be employed. If I don't see my market cycle, if I don't see my strategy show up, I shouldn't participate, but I still need to show up to the market. And showing up to the market relates to the story for me in a way as nothing happening for me that day. I show up and nothing happens to me. I'm scouting the market. There's no futures trades. There's no forex trades. That's a day when I'm silent. I'm walking around the city. I got the gang. We're walking around the city and we're silent. But we're still following the plan. I'm still following the plan. And then it may not be the 7th day in trading, but at some point, if your plan is proven to be true and proven to work, and you follow that plan, the walls will come crashing down. The walls of Jericho will come crashing down, and the money will begin to flow like Johnny Manziel used to do, money season. It'll be money season. Let's go. Like, that's what I'm talking about. But of course, it's easier said than done, but I just think it's beautiful. And there's a lot of beautiful stories in the Bible like this, but I just think it's awesome how strange that sounded, how strange it sounds, how strange that strategy sounds. And that's kind of how trading is. It sounds so strange to people that we don't know how much we're going to make. We don't know how many losers we're going to take. We don't know how many winners we're going to take. But at the end of the day, we know that something will happen at the end of this process. And the something may be us seeing a great return, or the something may be us not seeing a great return. But sticking to that strategy strengthens us inside and lets us know that or at least for myself personally, I know whenever I stick to a strategy, it reassures myself that I can do this and that I can make it in this game, and I can approach every single day professionally. So just like my boy Joshua stuck to the plan and sacked the city of Jericho and the walls came crashing down, we can do the same. I can do the same, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue to draw inspiration from that story and employ it in my trading every single day, so that I know whenever it's a slow day in the market, this is all a part of the setup. It's all a part of the setup for later down the road. I will reap I will reap the benefits later down the road. I will reap the benefits of my patience later down the road. And another thing from that story about Joshua and the walls of Jericho is a story about patience. It's a story about how important patience is. Not saying a word. With so much on your mind, with so much on their minds, they don't know what's going to happen. They could be attacked at any moment. They could all die at any moment, yet they're not saying a sound, and they're sticking to the plan. That's about that's the type of mental fortitude that I have to have as a trader if I want to manage $100 million one day. I've got to have that type of mental fortitude, and I believe that I will, as long as I continue to be a forever student of the market and continue to check my emotions on a daily basis, on and off the charts. So if you made it this far in the video, we're gonna go ahead and chop it up about my trading day. I had a positive day today, I had a green day, but it was bittersweet, honestly, because I went outside of my rules. In a previous video, I literally said that it is not a part of my strategy to get back into the market after taking a loss, and I did it today. And I made money, and that's why it's bittersweet. So I traded supply and demand strategy, and the zone that I picked up was on the 1 minute time frame, and it was honestly a subpar zone. Had good reaction off of it, but price didn't come down into the zone as steep as I like to see. I honestly did do quite a bit of technical analysis on both of the trades, and my first trade was a good entry, but I just got in a little too early according to my rules. So I get in 5 minutes after news, and there was some news that was hitting around 9:30, and I entered the market at 9:33. At that 9:35 mark, the market was just getting done doing a stop run, a liquidity run. So if I would have saw that, even within taking the trade within that subpar demand zone, then I would have been fine. So realizing that, my emotions kind of I wouldn't even say my emotions took over, but I just felt like I needed to be in the trade. I felt like it was worth losing the $500 on that trade. So I got in the trade with a decent stop, about 12 ticks, 11 ticks or so on, I believe we were trading gold futures, and we won. We hit 1 to 3, which is great, but I didn't stick to the plan. I feel like I need to really learn from this situation and soak in what happened so that I can take the blessing of the $1,000 plus in profit that I made today on my Top Step challenges and treat the rest of this combine in the professional manner that I plan to treat it in. Although I did, like I said, I did do a lot of detailed technical analysis, and I accepted the risk. I already accepted the loss when I got back in, so I was ready to deal with the consequences of losing that second trade. Of course, that didn't happen, but still, we shouldn't have been in that trade. All in all, I'm just blessed to be able to continue to show up to the market and to be put in the position that I'm in today. I may not have the profits yet, but I know the upside is there, and I know that I just need to continue to show up every single day in a professional manner and not let what happened today happen again. It may happen again, but I need to limit the chances of that happening again on as much as possible, because I know for myself, in order to be consistently profitable trader in this market, as I always say, I've got to lose money professionally. I got a LMP. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I actually think this one was a quick one. I said that on my last video and it ended up being pretty long, but this seemed pretty natural. It seemed like a pretty quick cut. So thanks, y'all. Go ahead and like, subscribe, tap in for videos every trading day, and let's lose money professionally. See you guys.